Hi, welcome to County Wandering. I got another county park campground for you. This is another Dane County campground and park. This is William G. Lunney Lake Farm County Park, Capital Springs Recreation Area. Way too big a name, but there is a lot going on here. I'm here for the campground tour, but there's the Heritage Center, Nine Springs, Lewis Nine Springs, Eway Trailhead, Capital City and Lower Yahara River trails. So you go that way, you're on the Lower Yahara River Trail. That will take you through all the way to McFarland. Continue on that trail, it'll take you all the way to Lake Kaganza State Park. Go that way, and that way you're on the Capital City Trail. If you head off that way on the Capital City Trail, it'll take you all the way to Verona, where you can catch the Military Ridge Trail, which will take you all the way out to Blue Mountain State Park, and Brigham County Park, and off to Governor Dodge State Park. So all of this is around here. You can easily make a lap around the Madison Lake, around Lake Monona. Great place to bring your bikes. Really great place to bring your bike. Like I said, I'm here to do a campground tour over here. So we're going to walk through this whole campground. It's a little bigger than some of the other county park campgrounds in Dane County. And obviously, since some of the other ones are already open and no one was there yet, this one is open and people are already here. So obviously people want to be at this one. All right, the quick rundown. It's a loop here, it's a loop here, a loop here, and a series of non-electric sites on the outside. So we're going to go through this numerically through 20, 21 through 29, 30 through 40, but that includes 38 through 47. Hope that makes sense. Shower house in the middle. And I'm glad I'm here right away. Like I said, today I think is first day they're officially open. It's the only chance I'm going to get to show you all the sites where you can actually kind of see through and see the entire sites and not just RVs in sites. So site number one is a pull through. Two over here. Well, that'd have to be a back in, which means you would have to come around this way to back into that. Three over here. The trees will fill out soon, but there's still not going to be full coverage around here. Nice grassy spots between spaces. Four here. Five where that towable is. These are again are all electric in the out here. Six over here. Not a lot of room between some of these spaces. These are really getting tight over here. Between 6 and 7, there's no space. But you do have a little area back, way back there for the picnic table. 7 here. 8 on the inside of the loop. Really wide. This is a very wide site, but grassy space is almost non-existent. 9 over here. That's got a little more grassy area on the side because of the wedging that's happening here with the spacing. 10, where that picnic table is a really nice grassy area, and then a little bit beyond. This isn't a very busy road out here. Bike-wise, it's heavy traffic. This one, note that there is street lights right behind it that'll kind of come in to your site. 11, on the inside, short site, but wide enough to put a trailer and a vehicle next to it, but you don't want to overhang too far because you're getting into the neighbors. 12 is a really long pad, room for another vehicle next to it. Bit of grassy area over there, but not huge. 13, we have a very clear second pad for your vehicle and a long trailer here. Your limit is that tree in the back. You can't hang over too far in the back. And you are really backing up to your neighbor there. 14, over here. Fairly long site there. Nice big grassy space here. 15 has a big grassy area over there. Don't be confused because apparently the 16's fire pit's back there. Your fire pit's over here. 17, not a very big one. You can overhang there a little bit in the back. Does have a water spigot, that's a shared one. 18, no, that's 16. That's 16 we're looking at here. So that's pretty big. Fire pit's over there though. 18 is here. That's a really long one. The tree is your limiting factor there. 19 over here on the inside. Trees on both sides, but far enough away that it won't affect any slides or anything. This one's kind of double wide. 20 over here. Not the longest pad, but plenty long, and you can overhang back there because the power pole's way back there. And then the host site over here. All right, this is 22, this massive pull through. It's huge. It's a really long site there. 21 over here, these are some pull throughs, a little smaller than that one for the inside. So the inside sites are pull throughs. So that's 22, 23. Get a pull through. Not a ton of room between, but better than some RV parks, that's for sure. 24. And without sewer hookup, it's not as bad, just electric. 25 over here, backing up to the camp host. 26 on the inside again, another pull through. 27, it's got some good space to the side. Plenty of room for tents or shelters over there. 28, lots of grassy space off the back there. Fairly long site. 29, a little shorter, plenty wide so you put your other vehicle next to it. Maybe even a third or a boat. That was 29. All right. Everything along the back here is non-electric, so these are more of a tent sites, or maybe I'd be happy with my Class B if I don't need to hook up. So 30 back here, that's a perfect size pad for me too. We did all of those on the inside. 31. Just a simple pad, picnic table and fire ring. 32. I mean, pop-ups and small tabs will fit here, teardrops, that kind of thing. They can also live here too without feeling cramped in there. Bathhouse here, pretty nice facility. Solar all over the roof, and there's a whole shelter over there that is all covered in solar that feeds that building as well. All right, that's the first two sections. Continuing on the back row here, 33. This one's got a little uphill slope to it. If you really want a tent, 35, you got all sorts of space behind there, but I gotta remember 34, which is another accessible site right next to the restrooms. That makes total sense there. 36, it's not marked accessible, but it is very accessible. 35 here, like I said, a ton of space for tents in this area. Now we'll move into the last loop over here. 37, the pad has an uphill slope to it. There's plenty of spots for nice flat tent spots out back. 38 is a pull through where this travel trailer is. Now I'm driving this way, but you're obviously going to come in from over there. You make it work however it works best. 39, again a little uphill slope on the pad. Lots of green space. 41, this one's got some downhill slope going down. 40, it's our last of our non-electric sites. Again, all these spaces are sort of double wide, perfect for a pop-up and a vehicle, or however you want to use it, teardrops or Class Bs, they fit in there nicely. Continuing around. All right, our final run here, backing up to the trail here. That's the Lower Yahara River Trail. Like I said, it'll take you all the way to Lake Kaganza. And in a way, you can get down to Stoughton too. 42 here. Obviously a long trailer pad and then a space for a vehicle to the side. Plenty of room for picnic table and firing there. 43, you have all that space behind. There is a water spigot. That's a shared water spigot, not just yours. 44. 45 with the bigger scamp here. You can see they've had to do a bit of leveling. 46, pretty long. And then the last one is 47. So that was a quick almost 50 sites. Kind of tightly packed in here. It's a pretty long site, and then great big shelter there, all covered in solar. All right, a little about the facilities. In the back section, there's the men's and women's rooms. Then you have 1, 2, 3, you have 6 family showers, or 1 full family shower, and then individual shower rooms that are unisex in there. So that's kind of a nice layout. All right, also on the shower building, they get a nice big sink for washing dishes, not for fish cleaning. There's also an air hose. That's unusual, but great for all the people coming by on bikes if they need to top off or get your trailer topped off. Or if you want to do your winterizing, you can blow out your lines with that. Dump station in the middle here. Portable water over there. It's actually a really nice campground layout right on the outside of Madison here. And that's $15 for non-registered campers to use the dump station. So that's Lake Farms County Park. Very convenient to a lot of things in Madison area. Almost 50 sites, so that's useful. Bring your bikes. If you want to, you can just catch your bike right into town, go right into Madison from here, especially if you got an e-bike. It'll be an easy ride in. You can go almost anywhere from here, heading out from here, connecting all over the place because Madison's bike trails are phenomenal. But a really nice county park, campground, close to the city, and pretty decent facilities. So thanks for coming along on this little trip. Lake Farm County Park. Lake Farm County Park, it's just part of the name. In Dane County. I'll see you on the next one. Get out, enjoy these public lands.